One earns six figures. The other earns a little over half as much. At first glance, you'd expect the higher earner to be winning financially. Bigger paycheck, more opportunities, more freedom. But that's not what you find.
The first person lives surrounded by expensive possessions, the latest electronics, closets packed with clothes, rooms filled with things purchased over years of impulse decisions and upgrades. Yet every month feels tight. A surprise expense creates anxiety. A job loss would become an emergency. Despite earning a great income, financial security always seems just out of reach. The second person lives differently. Their home isn't empty, but it's intentional. They own what they use. They buy what they value. They aren't constantly upgrading, replacing, or accumulating. And because of that, they have something far more valuable than expensive possessions. Options. A healthy emergency fund. Growing investments. The freedom to handle life's surprises without panic. The difference isn't income. A new gadget needs storage. A larger house requires more furniture. A hobby requires accessories, maintenance, and upgrades. A vehicle needs insurance, repairs, fuel, and attention. Ownership creates an ongoing relationship with every item you bring into your life. The more you own, the more your possessions quietly demand from you. They take your money. They take your time. And they take your attention. That's why financial freedom often has less to do with earning more and more to do with needing less. The people who consistently build wealth don't necessarily avoid spending. They simply become extremely selective about what deserves a place in their lives. Before they buy something, they ask a question most consumers never consider. How often will I actually use this? A $500 item used every day can be an incredible value. A $50 item used once can be a complete waste. Value isn't determined by price. It's determined by usefulness. This single mindset shift changes everything. Instead of chasing excitement, you start evaluating utility. Instead of collecting possessions, you start collecting value. And when that happens, your finances begin to change in ways that compound year after year. The goal isn't deprivation. The goal is intentionality. Because the wealthiest people aren't always the people who earn the most. Often, they're the people who have learned to separate wants from needs, status from satisfaction, and consumption from fulfillment.
Once you understand that distinction, money starts working for you instead of disappearing from your life. And that's where real financial freedom begins.